Hello, everybody. In this occasion, we're having an interview with Ana Eseverri, director from Pandora, one of our members in the Federation. And as always, the first question, Ana, is could you introduce yourself and tell everybody about Pandora and about your profile?
Okay. Thank you, Antonio. So hello, everyone. I'm the director and founder of AIPC Pandora. We one of the organization of Federation EIL. Actually, Pandora is 22 years old now.
22 already.
22. You're gonna be
so young. So young.
So young, exactly. So young. But I mean, it's been for ages for us. But it looks like young, especially if we compare with other members that obviously they have more experience or presence in the field, whatever we say. But and then we have another organization also working with universities, the Global Pathways. So, but this is more about Pandora, I think we're talking today. But just to demonstrate that we know very much the international education field or the global education field, especially in Spain and globally, because we work globally with other partners too. So I mean, this is me, and these are the organization, and one important thing also is for Federation EIL, I dedicated, as many of the directors have done in the past, a lot of time. So I took the vice presidency for there were 5 years in a row, 2 terms, 5 to 6 years. And it was just right the time where we developed the certification.
So Pandora is certified, right? Pandora has international certification. Right.
Yeah, we're one of the first certified. Obviously, it was compulsory to get certified as a developer. Obviously, it wouldn't make sense in another way. So yeah, I mean, I was involved at this point, and it was very, very interesting to see how, from practitioners, we could develop this certification that covers all the areas. International education organization has to make sure, and demonstrate their excellence in all these criteria. So it was very, very interesting.
And within this framework of quality, you come up with an impact evaluation, I think. That's the name in English, right?
Yeah. The impact report. The impact report. So we're publishing our impact report since impact report is 2018. And even this year we decided not to have the annual report, because impact report and annual report were more or less the same, so finally this year we were only working on our impact report. And I guess your next question is what is in this impact report.
Yes, if I open an impact report from what I'm gonna find that.
Exactly. As all the experiential learning organization or international experiential learning organization do, we measure our impacts mainly in 2 blocks or 2 sizes. So it's the learning impact, how much our students, our communities, our families, how much do they learn, and when you ask for this learning, you measure the learning in normally global competence, soft skills, personal skills, communication skills, leadership, all these competence linked to the experiential activities or exposure to different cultures, different surroundings, different languages. So, and then we measure the learning more or less. I mean, we have our own measure, our own criteria. There are 10 competencies, and these competencies, they're also linked to the global competence of the PISA test. So we did our own methods, but based on international measures too. So we find out that the score is very high. So if we measure up to 5, and the students are in between 4 to 5, more closer to 5, than 4. So the learning is high is big. And then the other measure is about local communities. How much we help local communities, how much we get local communities involved, how many local communities they keep on with those projects we develop together while the students are there, how many volunteering activities we do, how many social entrepreneurship projects are created and developed, how many of them they are active economically talking afterwards.
It has to do with impact, actually, right? It's not just sending people like tourists. It's like
definitely. Yeah, definitely. It has to be with impact, and it has to be at the end of the day about creating a community, because, one single activity is very difficult that it survives or develops by itself. But if you activate your community, your students, your families, your surroundings, and you put everyone together, it's much more easier to assure the impacts. Maybe it wasn't the impact you designed at the beginning, but because you have linked it to another group and another community, then the impact change, but it is even bigger because it multiplies. Yeah.
And you have been doing this for 22 years with hundreds, I believe, maybe thousands of students at this point, right?
Well, the impact report,
the
impact report says that we had worked with 16,500 students for 22 years now. Yeah. And many projects, many communities. And then, as many organizations of our sector happen to, COVID was very difficult for us because we were closed down for 2 years. So what we did in our case was to develop the scholarship department, so we wanted to keep the social impact very actively. And we look at home, we looked nationally inside of our borders, and then we developed different projects working with social entrepreneurship, working with trainings, working with the SDGs, working with different social issues. And then we grow in impact too, so we have a local community also very active. And
very, very short, why it's important for Pandora to produce this kind of documents, to produce this kind of reflection, thoughts, and what have you learned? Very, very simple from it, in very short words. Why it's important for Pandora, and what have you learned from it?
Because we educational organizations, so if the students or any participants that comes through one of our programs doesn't learn, then it has no point, for us to. So, it's no matter how many projects you have, how many volunteering activities you develop, but the good thing at the end is how much you learn, how many connections you made, how many people you got involved, how many other projects you link it to with your project, and this has to be, this is data collection, and not only analytic data collection, but also is action research, you need to be on the field, you need to collect also not just analytic data, but other type of data where people talk, where we take videos, where we talk to the communities, and all this data is also analyzed, and all put together. And it is important because without all these links and learning, our activity is just nonsense.
Yeah. So thank you so much, Ana, for taking the time to talk to us, and good luck. And see you soon next time, okay?
Yeah, very soon. Okay. Thank you, Antonio.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye. Hasta luego. Chao.
Hasta luego. Chao.